here admits we're getting more than we deserve. Already claimed by the songs that we heard. Yeah, already claimed by the songs that we
Sing.
ASCTC Session 1 cast of As You Like It. Thank you for coming here today. Please enjoy the show.
madam, it was upon this fashion, bequeathed to me by will, but poor 1,000 crowns, and, as thou sayest, charged my brother on his blessing to breed me well. And there begins my sadness. My brother Jacques he keeps at school. For my part, he keeps me rustically at home. His horses are bred better. I will no longer endure it.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Go apart, madam.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing. I am not taught to make anything.
What mar you then, sir?
Marry, sir. I am helping you to mar that which God made. A poor, unworthy brother of yours with idleness.
Know you where you are, sir?
Oh, sir, very well. Here in your orchard.
Know you before whom, sir?
I, better than him I am before, knows me. I know you are my eldest brother, and in that gentle condition of blood, you should so know me. I have as much of my father in me as you.
Wilt thou lay hands on me, villain?
I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland de Bois.
You master, because
Let me go, I say! I will not till I please. You shall hear me. My father charged you in his will to give me a good education. You have trained me like a peasant. I will no longer endure it. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman, or give me the poor lottery my father left me by testament, with which I will go buy my fortune.
Oh, what wilt thou do? Beg when that is spent? Well, sir, get you in. I will not long be troubled by you. You will have some part of your will. I pray you leave me.
I will no further offend you.
Get you with him, you old dog.
Is old dog my reward? Most true, I have lost my teeth. In your service, God be was my old master. You would not have spoke such a word.
Is it even so? Begin you to grow upon me? I will physic your rankness, yet give no 1,000 crowns neither. Holodenis!
Calls your worship?
Was that Charles the Duke's wrestler here to speak with me?
So please you, he is here at the door.
Call him in.
Good morrow to your worship!
Good Monsieur Charles!
What's the new news at the new court? There's no news at the court, sir, but the old news. That is, the old duke is banished by his younger brother, the new duke.
What, you wrestle tomorrow before the new duke?
Marry do I, sir. I am given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother Orlando hath a disposition to come in disguise against me to try a fall. Therefore, out of my love to you, I came hither to acquaint you with all.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love to me. I'll tell thee, Charles, at least thou didst break his neck as his finger. For I assure thee, and almost with tears do I say it, there is not one so young and so villainous this day living.
I'll give him his payment.
Now will I stir this gamester. I hope I shall see an end of him, for my soul, though I know not why, hates nothing more than he.
I pray thee, Rosalind, sweet my cousin, be married.
Dear Celia, I show more mirth than I am mistress of, unless you could teach me to forget a banished father.
Herein I see thou lovest me not with the full weight I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy uncle the Duke, my father, so thou hadst still been with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine.
Well, then I will forget the condition of my estate to rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, nor none is like to have. And truly when he dies, thou shalt be his heir, for all he hath taken away from thy father perforce, I will render thee again in affection. Therefore, my sweet Rose, my dear Rose, be married.
From henceforth I will, coz, and devise sports. Let me see. What think you of falling in love?
Marry, I prithee do to make sport with all. How now, wit? Whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Were you made the messenger?
No, by mine honor, but I was fit to come for you.
Here comes Monsieur Beau. Bonjour, Monsieur Beau. What's the news? Fair princess, I would have told you of good wrestling.
It is the first that ever I heard breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
Shall we see this wrestling, cousin?
You must if you stay here, for here is the place appointed to the wrestling.
Come on! Since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his forwardness.
Is yonder the man?
Even he, madam. Alas, he is too young, yet he looks successfully.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess. I come but in as others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
What little strength I have, I would it were with you.
And mine to eke out hers.
Fare you well.
Come! Where is this young gallant that is so desirous to lie with his mother earth?
Ready, sir.
Now Hercules be thy speed, young man.
How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away. What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my liege, the youngest son of Sir Roland de Bois.
I would thou hadst been son to some man else. Fare thee well. Thou art a gallant youth. I would thou hadst told me of another father.
I am more proud to be Sir Roland's son, his youngest son, and do not change that calling to be adopted heir to Frederick.
My father loved Sir Roland as his soul, and all the world is of my father's mind. Gentlemen, wear this for me. One out of suits with fortune that could give more without her hand-knocks means. Shall we go, Tess?
I fare you well, gentlemen.
Can I not say I thank you?
He calls us back. Do you call, sir? Sir, you have wrestled well and overthrown more than your enemies.
Will you go, cuz?
How could you? Fare you well.
Passion hangs these weights upon my tongue. I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. O poor Orlando, thou art overthrown.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place, for the Duke is humorous.
Thank you. And pray you tell me this. Which of the two were daughters of the Duke that here was at the wrestling?
Neither his daughters, if we judge by manners, yet indeed the tall one's daughter. The other is the daughter to the banished Duke. Sir, fare you well.
I rest much bound unto you, fare you well. Thus must I from the smoke unto this mother, from tyrant Duke unto a tyrant brother. But heavily Rosalind.
Cupid have mercy! Is it possible on such a sudden you should fall into so strong a liking for old Sir Roland's youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
My father hated his father dearly. Yet I hate not Orlando.
No, faith, hate him not, for my sake. Here comes the Duke.
His eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin, within these 10 days, if that thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace.
Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord. Or if we did derive it from our friends, what's that to me? My father was no traitor.
And if she be a traitor, why so am I. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool! You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time, on mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers? I will give thee mine. Say what thou canst. I'll go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the forest of Arden.
Alas, what dangers will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel forth so far?
I'll put myself in poor mean attire, the likes do you, so shall we pass along.
Were it not better, because that I am more than common tall, that I could suit myself all points like a man?
And what shall I call thee when thou art a man?
Look, you call me Ganymede, but what will you be called?
Something that hath reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
But cousin, what if we essay to steal the clownish fool out of your father's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travel?
He'll go along, or the wide road with me. Leave me to woo him. Now go and be content to liberty and not to banishment.
Now my co-mates and brothers in exile, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted pomp? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? Here feel we not the penalty of Adam, and this our life exempt from public haunt. Finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. Come, shall we kill his medicine?
The melancholy Jacques grieves at that. Today my lord of Amiens and myself did steal behind him as he lay along under an oak, to the which place a poor sequestered stag that from hunter's aim did take a hurt, had come to languish.
But what said Jacques? Did he not moralize the spectacle?
Oh yes, into 1,000 similes.
And did you leave him in this contemplation?
We did, my lord, weeping and commenting upon the sobbing deer.
Show me the place.
I'll bring you to the street.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be!
I cannot hear her without see her.
My lord, the Roynish clown at whom so oft your grace was wont to laugh is also missing.
Send to his brother, fetch that gallant hither. If he be absent, bring his brother to me. I'll make him find him. Do this suddenly! Who's there?
Oh, unhappy youth, come not within these doors. Your brother. No brother. Yet the son. Yet not the son. I will not call him son. Of him, as I must call his father, hath heard your praises. In this night he means to burn the lodging where you used to lie, and you within it. This house is but a butchery, abhor it. Fear it. Do not enter it.
Why, whither, Adam, wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here. I have 500 crowns. The piano, I saved under your father. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet am I strong and lusty.
How well in thee appears the constant service of the ancient world. But come thy ways, we'll go along together.
Master, go on, and I will follow thee. From 70 years, till now almost 80. Here lived I, but now live here no more. Yet, fortune cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's debtor.
Oh, Jupiter, how weary are my spirits.
I pray you bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I had rather bear with you than bear you.
Well, this is the forest of Arden.
Aye, now am I in Arden. The more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place, but travelers must be content.
Look you who comes here, a young man in an old and solemn talk.
That is the way to make her storm you still.
Oh, you knewest how I do love her.
I partly guess, for I have loved ere now.
No, Corin, being old, thou canst not guess. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that ever love did make thee run into, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not sat, as I do now, wearing thy hearer in thy mistress' praise, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not broke from company, abruptly as my passion now makes me, thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe. Phoebe. Phoebe!
I pray you, one of you question yon man, and if he for gold will give us any food, I faint thee almost to death.
Holla, you clown!
Peace, fool!
Who calls? Else are they very wretched.
Peace, I say.
Good evening to you,
Friend.
And to you, gentle sir, and to you all.
I prithee, shepherd, bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here's a young maid with travel much oppressed.
Fair sir, I pity her, but I am shepherd to another man. His coat, his flocks, and bounds of feed are now on sale.
I pray thee, buy thou the cottage pasture and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it of us.
and we will lend thy wages. I like this place, and willingly could waste my time in it.
Go with me if you like this kind of life. I will your very faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold right suddenly.
There's a greenwood tree who loves to lie with me and turn his merry note unto the sweet bird's throat. Come hither, come hither. Here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather.
More, I prithee more.
It will make you melancholy, Monsieur Jacques.
I think it. More, I prithee more. I can suck melancholy out of a song as a weasel sucks eggs. More, another stanza.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. Come, more, another stanza. Come, warble, come.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who doth ambition shun and loves to live in the sun, seeking the food that he's and pleased with what he gets. Come hither, come hither. Here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather.
I'll give you a verse to this note that I made yesterday in spite of my invention. Thus it goes: if it do come to pass that any man turn us, leaving his wealth and ease, a stubborn will to please, look down into dame, to dame. Here shall we see gross assassins come to me.
What's that, Duke Dame?
'Tis the Greek invocation to go fools into a circle. I'll go sleep if I can. If I cannot, I'll rail against all the firstborn of Egypt.
And I'll go seek the Duke.
Dear master, I can go no further. Here lie I down and measure out my grave.
How now, Adam? No greater heart than thee. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die for lack of dinner. Cheerly, good Adam,
escapes my labor by its own approach.
What? You look merrily.
A fool! A fool! I made a fool, of course. A motley fool. A miserable world. Yes, I did look like fool, and I made a fool. I made a motley fool. Good moral fool, quoth I. No, sir, quoth he. Call me not fool till heaven hath sent me fortune. And then he drew a dial from his book, and looking at it, the lackluster eye says, very wisely, it is 10 o'clock. Thus, we may see how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago, since it was 9, and after an hour more, 'twill be 11. And so from hour to hour we rot and write, and from hour to hour we rot and rot, and thereby hangs a tale. Oh, noble fool! A worthy fool. Not least the only wear.
What fool is this?
Oh, worthy fool! One that hath been a courtier. Oh, that I were a fool! I am ambitious for a motley coat.
Thou shalt have one.
It is my only suit. But look here.
Forbear, and eat no more.
Why, I have eaten none yet.
Forbear, I say. He dies that touches any of this fruit till I and my affairs are answered. I almost die for food.
Sit down and feed. Welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently? Pardon me, I pray you. I thought that all things had been savage here.
True is it that we have seen better days?
There is an old man who after me hath limped in pure love. Till he be first sufficed, I shall not touch a bit.
Go seek him out, and we will. Nothing waits till your return.
I thank ye.
Thou seest, we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
Oh, the world's a stage, and all the men and women, merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then, the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then, the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad to his mistress's eyebrow. And then, the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, son and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the canvas mouth. And then, the justice, in a fair round belly, with good cape on 9, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age slips into a lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful host will say, a world too wide for his strong shank and his big, manly voice turning against the word childish, treble pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Some's teeth, some's eye, some's taste, some's everything.
Welcome, and let him feed.
I thank you most for having me.
Give us some music, and good cousin, sing.
Blow, blow, the winter wind, thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so ho, sing hey ho, unto the green holly. Hey ho, sing hey ho, this life is most jolly.
Most friendship is waning, most loving mere folly. Then hey ho, sing hey ho,
This life is, oh this life is, oh this life is most jolly.
Good old man, you art right welcome as thy master's is, supported by the arm. And give me your hand, and let me all your fortunes understand.
Not see him since. Sir. Sir! That cannot be! Find out thy brother wheresoe'er he is. Bring him dead or living within this 12-month, or turn thou no more to seek a living in our territory!
Oh, that your highness knew my heart in this. I never loved my brother in my life.
More villain thou.
Hang there in verse, in witness of my love. Oh, Rosalind, these trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts all character. Run, Orlando, carve on every tree. The fair, the chaste, and unexpressive she.
And how like you the shepherd life, Master Touchstone?
In respect of itself, it is a good life, but in respect that it is a shepherd's life, it is not. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
No more, but that I know, the more one sickens, the worse it is he is. That the property of rain is to wet, and fire to burn, and that a great cause of the night is lack of the sun.
Such a one is a natural philosopher. Wast ever in court, shepherd?
No, truly.
Then thou art damned.
For not being at court, your reason.
Why, if thou wast never at court, thou never sawest good manners, and if thou never sawest good manners, then thy manners must be wicked, and wickedness is sin, and sin is damnation. Thou art in a parlous state, shepherd.
Here comes young Master Danny Man, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western end, no jewel is like Rosalind. Her work being mounted on the wind, through all the world bears Rosalind. All the pictures fairest lined are but black to Rosaline. Let no face be kept in mind, but the fair of Rosaline.
I'll rhyme you so 8 years together, dinners and suppers and sleeping hours accepted.
Out, fool.
For a taste, if a heart do lack a hind, let him seek out Rosaline. If the cat will after kind, so be sure will Rosalind. Windred garments must be lined, so must slender Rosalind. Sweetest nut hath sourest rind, such a nut is Rosalind. He that sweetest rose will find, must find love's prick and Rosalind.
Peace, you dull fool! I found them in a tree.
Truly, the tree yields bad fruit.
Peace, I say. Here comes my sister reading. Stand aside.
Why should this desert be, for it is unpeopled? No. Tongues I'll hang on every tree, but upon the fairest bough, or at every sentence end, will I, Rosalinda, write. Heaven would that she these gifts should have, and I to live and die her slave. Shepherd, go off a little. Go with him, Sirrah.
Come, shepherd, let us make an honorable retreat, though not with bagging. Bagging for the script and scrimmage. Ha ha!
Didst thou hear these verses?
Oh yes, I heard them all. And more too, for some of them had more feet than the verses would bear.
That's no matter. But didst thou hear without wondering how thy name should be hanged and carved upon these trees? Trow you who had done this?
Is it a man?
And the chain you once wore about his neck? Change you color?
I prithee who?
Oh, Lord, Lord.
Nay, but who is it?
Is it possible?
I prithee now with most petitionary vehemence, tell me who it is.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And yet again wonderful. And after that, out of all hooping.
I prithee tell me who it is quickly, and speak apace.
It is young Orlando, that tripped up the wrestler's heels and your heart, both in an instant. If fate cuz, 'tis he.
Orlando?
Orlando.
Alas the day! What shall I do with my doublet and hose? What did he when thou sawest him? What said he? How looked he? Where went he? What makes he here? Did he ask of me? Where remains he? How parted he with thee? And when shalt thou see him again? Answer me in one word.
You must borrow me gargantuous mouth first.
What doth he know that I am in the forest and in man's apparel?
Take a taste of my finding him, and relish with good observance. I found him under a tree, like a dropped acorn.
It may well be called love's tree when it drops forth fruit.
Give me audience, good madam.
Proceed.
There lay he, stretched along like a wounded knight.
It would be a pity to see such a sight, it well becomes the ground.
Cry hollow to the tongue, I prithee. He was furnished like a hunter.
Oh, ominous! He comes to kill my hut.
I would sing my song without a burden. Thou bringest me out of tune.
Do you not know that I am a woman? When I think I must speak. Sweet, say on.
You bring me out. Soft, come he not here?
'Tis he. Slink by and note him.
I thank you for your company, but good faith I had, as I have been myself alone.
And so had I.
God be with you. Let's meet us a little as we can.
I do desire we may be better strangers.
I pray you mar no more trees with writing love songs in their
I
bars.
pray you mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind, your love's name?
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
You have a nimble wit. Will you sit down with me and we two will rail against our mistress, the world, and all our misery?
I will chide no breather in this world but myself, against whom I know most faults.
The worst fault you have is to be in love. Farewell, good Signor Love.
Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey. Do you hear, Forrester?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is the clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There's no clock in the forest.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With this shepherdess, my sister, here in the skirts of the forest, like fringe upon a petticoat.
Are you native of this place? Your accent is something finer than you could purchase in so remote a dwelling.
I have been told so of many, but indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, one that knew courtship too well. I thank God I am not a woman to be touched with so many giddy offenses as he hath generally taxed their whole sex withal.
Can you remember any of these principal evils that he hath laid to the charge of women?
I will not cast away my physic but on those that are sick. There is a man haunts the forest and abuses our young plants for carving Rosalind on their barks. If I could meet such a fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel.
I am he that is so love-shaped. I pray you tell me your remedy.
Are you he that hangs the verses on the trees wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear, by the white hand of Rosalind, that I am he. That unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely madness. Yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Did you ever cure any so?
Yes, one, and in this manner. He was to imagine me his love, his mistress, and I sought him every day to woo me. At which time I would now like him, now loathe him, then entertain him, then forswear him, now weep for him, then spit at him, that I drove my suitor from his mad humor of love to a living humor of madness. And thus I cured him.
I would not cure you.
I would cure you if you would but call me Rosalind and come every day to my cook to Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must but call me Rosalind. Come, sister, will you go?
Come apace, good Audrey, my demand yet. Doth my simple feature content you?
Your features? Lord warrant us, what features?
Truly, I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Is it honest in deed and word? Is it a true thing?
No, truly, for the truest poetry is the most feigning, and lovers are given to poetry.
Do you wish that the gods had made me poetical?
No, truly, for thou dost swear thou art honest.
Would you not have me honest?
I do truly, for thou, unless thou art hard favored, for honesty coupled to beauty is that honey a sauce to sugar.
Well, I'm not fair. Therefore, I pray the gods make me honest.
Truly, and to cast away honesty upon a foul slut were to put good meat into an unclean dish.
I am not a slut! Though, I thank the goddess I am foul.
Well, praised be the gods for thy foulness. Sluttishness may come hereafter. But be it as it may be, I will marry thee. And to that end I have been with Sir Oliver Martext, the vicar of the next village, who hath promised to meet me in this place of the forest and to couple us.
Well, the gods give us joy.
Amen. Here comes Sir Oliver. Will you dispatch us here under this tree, or shall we go with you to your chapel?
Is there none here to give the woman?
I will not take her on gift of any man.
Truly, she must be given, or the marriage is not lawful.
Come, sweet Audrey. We must be married, or we must live in bawdry. Farewell, good Master Oliver. I say, I will not to wedding with thee.
'Tis no matter. Ne'er a fantastical knave of them all shall flout me out of my calling.
Never speak to me, I will weep.
Do I prithee but yet have the grace to consider that tears do not become a man?
Why did he swear he would come this morning and comes not?
Nay, certainly there is no truth in him.
Not true in love?
Yes, when he is in, but I think he is not in.
You have heard him swear downright he was.
Was is not is. He attends here in the forest on the Duke your father.
I met the Duke yesterday and had much question with him. He asked me of what parentage I was, and I told him of as good as he. So he laughed and let me go. But what talk we of fathers when there is such a man as Orlando?
Oh, that's a brave man. He writes brave verses, speaks brave words, and swears brave oaths, and breaks them bravely. Who comes here?
Mistress and master, if you will see a pageant truly played between the pale complexion of true love and the red glow of scorn and proud disdain, go hence a little and I shall conduct you.
Oh, come, let us remove. The sight of lovers feedeth those in love. Bring us to the sight, and you shall say, I'll prove a busy actor in their play.
Sweet Phoebe. Phoebe! Do not scorn me. Do not, Phoebe. The common executioner falls not the axe upon the humbled neck, but first begs pardon.
I would not be thy executioner. Fly thee, for I would not injure thee. Thou tell'st me there is murder in mine eyes. 'Tis pretty, sure, very probable, that eyes that are the frailest and softest things should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers. Now I do frown on thee with all my heart. Ah! And if mine eyes can wound, now let them kill thee. Lie not to say mine eyes are murderers.
Oh dear Phoebe, if ever, as that ever may be near, you meet in some fresh cheek the power of fancy, then shall you know the wounds invisible that love's keen arrows make.
But till that time, come not thou near me. I shall not pity thee.
And why, I pray What, though you have no beauty, must you be therefore proud and pitiless? Why, what means this? Why do you look on me? Odds my little life, I think she needs to tangle my eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, know yourself, down on your knees, and thank heaven's fasting for a good man's love. For I must tell you friendly in your ear, sell when you can, you are not for all markets.
I pray you, chide a year together, I had rather hear you chide than this man woo.
I pray you do not fall in love with me, for I am falser than vows made in wine. Besides, I like you not.
Dead shepherd, now I find I saw of might. Whoever loved, but loved not at first sight.
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Why, I am sorry for thee, gentle Silvius. Knowst thou the youth that spoke to me erewhile?
Not very well.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. It is a pretty youth, not very pretty. But sure he's proud, and yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. But for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. And yet I have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? I'll write him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt bear it. Wilt thou, Silvius?
Phoebe, with all my heart.
A pretty youth, that may be better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughing. 'Tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why then 'tis good to be a post.
It is a melancholy of mine own, compounded of many simples, extracted from many objects, and indeed the sundry contemplation of my troubles, in which, by often rumination, wraps me in a most humorous sadness. Yes, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad? I'd rather a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay then, God be with you and you. Talking blank verse.
Farewell, Monsieur Traveler. Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while?
My dear Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love?
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Come, woo me, woo me. What would you say, and I were your very, very Rosalind? Am not I your Rosalind?
I take some joy in saying you are, because then I would be speaking of her.
Well, then in her person I say I will not have you.
Well, then in mine own person I die. I would not have my right Rosalind of this mind, for I protest her frown might kill me.
Come, now I will be your Rosalind in a more coming on disposition. And ask me what you will, I will grant it.
Then love me, Rosalind.
Yes, faithful I. Fridays and Saturdays and all. Come, sister, you shall be the priest and marry us. Give me your hand, Orlando. What do you say, sister?
Pray thee, marry us.
I cannot say the words.
You must begin. Will you, Orlando?
Go to. You, Orlando, have to wipe this Rosalind.
I will.
Aye, but when?
Why now as fast as she can marry us.
Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
Now tell me how long you will have her after you have possessed her.
Forever and a day.
Say a day without the ever. No, no, Orlando. Men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives.
But will my Rosalind do so?
By my life, she will do as I do.
For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee.
Alas, dear love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the Duke at dinner. By 2 o'clock I will be with thee again.
Aye, go your ways, go your ways. I knew what you would prove. 2 o'clock is your hour?
Aye.
By my troth, come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical, break promise, and most unworthy of her you call Rosalind. Keep your promise?
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind. So would you.
Well, let the time try. Do.
You have simply misused our sex in your love prate.
Oh, cuz, my pretty little cuz, that thou didst know how many fathoms deep I am in love. It cannot be sounded. I cannot be out of the sight of Orlando. I'll go find a shadow and sigh till he come.
And I'll sleep.
'twas I.
Let's present him to the Duke like a Roman conqueror. Have you no song, Forester, for this purpose?
Yes, sir.
Sing it.
1, 2. But shall we have to kill the deer to let us in and once to wear the same on the metro that was burden? Take down the sword to where the morning was the rest that I was born, that father's brother Warren, and that father Warren. The horn, the lusty horn, is not a thing to laugh.
We're all together
The
here.
horn, the lusty horn, is not a thing to laugh to scorn. The horn, the lusty horn, is not a thing to laugh to scorn.
How say you now? Is it not past 2 o'clock?
My errand is to you, fair youth. My gentle Phoebe did bid me give you this. I know not the contents, pardon me. I am but as a guiltless messenger.
Patience herself would startle at this letter. Wilt thou hear the letter?
So please you, for I never heard it yet heard too much of Phoebe's cruelty.
She Phoebe's me. Mark how the tyrant writes. Art thou God to shepherd turn, and thy maiden's heart hath burned? Can a woman rail thus?
Call you this railing?
Whilst you chid me, I did love. He that brings this love to thee little knows this love in me. Will the faithful offer take of me and all that I can make, or else by him my love deny, and then I'll study how to die?
Call you this chiding?
Alas, poor shepherd.
Do you pity him? No, he deserves no pity. Wilt thou love such a woman? Well, go to her and say this, that if she love thee, if she love me, I charge her to love thee. If she will not, I will never have her unless thou entreat for her. Now if you be a true lover, hence, and not a word, for here comes more company.
Good morrow, fair warrior. Pray you, if you know, where in the purlieus of this forest stands a cheap cote, fenced about with olive trees?
West of this place, by the murmuring stream, but at this hour the house doth keep itself. There is none within.
If that an eye may profit by a tongue, and then should I know you by description, are you not the owner of the house I did inquire for?
It is no boast, being asked, to say we are.
Orlando doth commend him to you both, and to that youth he calls his Rosalind, he sends this bloody napkin. Are you he?
I am. What must we understand by this?
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he left a promise to return again within an hour, and pacing through the forest, lo, what befell? He threw his eye aside, and mark what object it present itself under an old oak. A wretched, ragged man lay sleeping on his back. A lioness lay couching head on ground with cat-like watch when that the sleeping man should stir. For 'tis the royal disposition of the beast to prey on nothing that doth seem as day. This seen Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, I've heard him speak of that same brother, and he did render him the most unnatural that lived amongst men.
And well he might do so, for well I know he was unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him there?
Twice did he turn his back and purpose so, but kindness, nobler ever than revenge, made him give battle to the lioness, who quickly fell before him, and when turning from miserable slumber, I awake.
Wast you he rescued?
Was you that did so oft contrive to kill him?
'Twas I, but 'tis not I. I do not shame to tell you what I was, since my conversion so sweetly tastes, being the thing that I am.
But for the bloody napkin?
By and by. Here upon his arm the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all the while had bled. And now he fainted, and cried in fainting upon Rosalind. Brief, I recovered him, bound up his wound, and he sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story, that you might excuse his broken promise, and to give this napkin dyed in his blood unto the young shepherd that he in sport doth call his Rosalind.
Why, how now, Ganymede, sweet Ganymede?
Many will swoon when they do look on blood.
There's more in it. Cousin Ganymede.
I would I were at home.
We will bring you thither. I pray you, will you take him by the arm?
Be of good cheer, youth. You a man? You lack a man's heart.
I do so, I confess it. I should have been a woman by right.
Come, you look paler and paler. Pray you draw homeward. Good sir, go with us.
Oh, that will I, for I must bear answer back.
Audrey, there is a youth here in the forest lays claim to you.
I know who 'tis. He hath no interest in me in the world. Here comes the man you mean.
Good evening, Audrey.
Daddy, good evening, William.
Good evening to you, sir.
How old are you, friend?
5 and 20, sir.
A ripe age is thy name, William.
Well, I am, sir.
Oh, a fair name was born in the forest here.
I saw, thank God.
Thank God, a good answer. Are rich?
Faith, sir. So-so.
Why, so-so is good, very excellent good, and yet it is not, it is but so-so. Art thou wise?
I saw I have a pretty wit.
Why, thou sayest well. I do remember now a saying, the fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. You do love this maid?
I do, sir.
Give me thy hand. Art thou learned?
No, sir.
Then learn this of me. I am he.
Wit, he, sir.
He, sir, that must marry this woman. Therefore, you clown, tremble, and depart.
Too good, William.
I miss you, Mary, sir.
Our master and mistress seeks you. Come away.
Crib, Audrey. I attend.
Is it possible that on so little acquaintance you should like her? That but seeing you should love, and loving woo, and wooing she should grant?
Oh, say with me, I love Aliena. It shall be to your good. For my father's house and all the revenue that was old Sir Roland's will I estate upon you, and here live and die a shepherd.
I give you my consent. Let your wedding be tomorrow. Go you, prepare for Aliena. For look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
And to you, fair sister.
Did your brother tell you how I counterfeited when he showed me your handkerchief?
Aye, and greater wonders than that.
Oh, I know where you are. Nay, 'tis true, for your brother and my sister no sooner met, but they looked. No sooner looked, but they loved. They're now in the very wrath of love, and they will together. Clubs cannot part them.
But oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes.
Well then, tomorrow, can I not serve your turn for Rosalind?
I can live no longer by thinking.
Know of me then that I can do strange things. I have, since I was 3-year-old, conversed with a magician, most profound in his art. If you do love Rosalind, when your brother marries Aliena, so shall you marry her.
Speakest thou in sober meanings?
By my life, I do. Therefore, put yourself in your best array, and if you will be married tomorrow, you shall, and to Rosalind, if you will.
Youth! You have done me much ungentleness to show the letter that I writ to you.
I care not if I have. You are there followed by a faithful shepherd. Look upon him, love him. He worships you.
Good shepherd. Tell this youth what 'tis to love.
It is to be all made of sighs and tears, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of faith and service, and so am I for
And
Phoebe.
I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of fancy, all made of passion, and all made of wishes, all adoration, duty, and observance, all humbleness, all patience, and impatience, all purity, all trial, and all observance, and so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
And so am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
This be so I blame you me to love
If
you.
this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
Who do you speak to? Why blame you me to love
To her. That is not here, nor doth not here.
you? Pray you no more of this. I will help you if I can. I would love you if I could. Meet me all together tomorrow. I will marry you if ever I marry woman, and I'll be married tomorrow. I will satisfy you if ever I satisfy man, and you shall be married tomorrow. I will content you if what pleases you contents you, and you shall be married tomorrow. As you love Rosalind, meet. as you love Phoebe, meet. And as I love no woman, I'll meet. So fare you well.
I'll not fail if I live.
Nor I.
Nor I.
Tomorrow is the joyful day. Audrey, tomorrow shall we be married.
I do desire with all my heart.
This was a lover and his last behave. Oh,
Eve is springtime, the only pretty springtime when birds do sing. Hey, ding-a-ding-ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
between the acres of the Rhine, hey, no, na, hey, na, dee, no. These pretty country folks with lime, hey, no, and a hey, na, dee, no. In the springtime, the only pretty springtime when birds do sing.
Hey, ding-a-ding-ding.
Sweet lovers love, sweet lovers love, sweet lovers love the spring.
You say, if I bring in your Rosalind, you will bestow her on Orlando here?
That would I had I kingdoms to give with her.
And you say you will have her when I bring her?
That would I, were I of all kingdoms king.
You say you will marry me if I be willing.
That will I should I die the hour after.
But if you do refuse, you will give yourself to this most faithful shepherd?
So is the bargain.
You say you will have Phoebe if she will.
Though to have her and death were both one thing.
I have promised to make all this matter even. Hence I go to make these doubts all even.
I do remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's favor.
There sure is another blood toward, and these couples are coming to the ark.
Greeting and salutation to you all.
Good, my lord, bid them welcome. This is the same mountain-mannered gentleman that I have so often met in the forest.
Man is so mirth in earthly things made even atone together. Good Duke, receive thy daughter. Hymen from heaven brought her. Yea, brought her hither, that thou mightst join her hand with him, whose heart within his bosom is.
To you I give myself, for I am yours. To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
If sight and shape be true, well then, my love, adieu.
I'll have no father if you be not he. I'll have no husband if you be not he. Nor ne'er wed woman if you be not she.
Peaceful our confusion. Tis I must make conclusion of these most strange events. Here's eight that must take hands to join in Hymen's dance. If truth holds true contents, you and you, no cross shall part. You and you are heart in heart. You to his love must accord, or have you and you are sure together as the winter to foul weather.
I am the seventh son of old Sir Roland that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Duke Frederick, a just of mighty power, purposely to take his brother here and put him to the sword, and to the skirts of this wild wood he came. Well, meeting with an old religious man, after some question, was converted. Both from his enterprise and from the world. His crown bequeathing to his banished brother, and all their lands restored to him again, that were with him exiled. This to be true, I do engage my life.
Welcome, young man. Play music, and you bride and bridegrooms all, with measures heaped in joy, to the measures fall.
By your patience, if I heard you rightly, the Duke hath put on a religious life and thrown into neglect the pompous court.
He has.
To him will I. Out of these convertites there is much to be heard and learned, so to your pleasures, I am for other than for dancing measures.
Proceed, proceed. We'll begin these rites, and as we do trust, they'll end in true delights.
It must turn out the only real time when birds will sing.
Hey, ding-a-ding-ding!
Sweet lovers love, sweet lovers love the spring.
No epilogue. Yes! Good plays prove the better with the help of good epilogues. I am not furnished like a beggar, therefore to beg will not become of me. My way is to conjure you, and I'll begin with the women. I charge you, O women, for the love you bear to men, to like as much of this play as pleases you. And I charge you, O men, for the love you bear to women, as I perceive by your simpering none of you hates them, that between you and the women this play may please.